Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video and something a little bit different. Now in the background you can see some Assetto Corsa gameplay, and this was actually an event, a little mini event, community event. Basically I got DM'd by Jarno, Opmeer of course, the reigning F1 Esports World Champion, and he said if I wanted to take part in a community race on Assetto Corsa racing in the 2021 F1 car around Laguna Seca. Now as you can see, I'm having a few issues tackling the track, and what you're about to see after this is my best qualifying lap. But in today's video guys, it's going to be something different, so let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more of this stuff. You know, I'm really curious to hear feedback. We might do more of these events where you guys can get involved on Assetto Corsa on PC, so let me know if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, as we may do different tracks in the future. Now for the lap itself, let's see what happens here as we try to do a decent job in qualifying. We're currently P4 in the top left. Down towards turn 1, we've got a double apex left-hander. We keep it nice and tight as we try to get the power down on the exit. Then into turn 3, right-hander, tipping the inside curb, and then using all of the runoff curb to open up turn 4, which is flat out through here, using all the runoff again. Then turn 5, bring the car to the right-hand side, down 2 gears, possibly 3 if you need it. Again, using every inch of the circuit. Now into a left-hand kink as we go uphill, using all the runoff there, carrying the speed in 6th gear, and now into the famous corkscrew, braking as the track just goes over the top of the hill, down to 3rd, aggressive there going downhill, and quickly back on the power. A very small lift through here, if not maybe just about flat out. We have a slight correction into the penultimate corner, using the camber to completely send the car into that corner, and then the final one, left-hander, easy does it on the track. And at this point the tyres are overheating, as you can see in the bottom right. We cross the line and set a 1 minute 0.2, which gives us 2nd place, and within a second of Jarno Opmeer, which I'll happily take. So
special setup on, bro.
Yeah, that was it for my qualifying lap in that event. We're now going to move though into the race. Now speaking of the race, as you can see, we are currently on the grid, and this is where, because I don't race on this game often and it was the first event of its kind, I got bitten in the rear by inexperience. So what happened was I put the fuel in for a 30 lap race, which is what we're doing here today, and as a consequence, due to the extra weight, it actually ended up invalidating my setup. As you can see in the top left, the little square box, it says my setup is invalid. So unbeknownst to me,
I'm gonna go.
I didn't realise until pretty much when the race started, I missed the cue, the cut-off point to actually go to race. So as you'll see, I'm not the only one. A bunch of us will go back to pit lane, as I was quickly scrambling here to try and reset the setup. You can see the lights are coming on, and we've been reset to the pits. So the race is going to get underway, and myself, Tiametmarduk, Alex Gillon are all going to be starting from pit lane. I'm trying to get my setup to work here. Eventually, you'll see in the top left, the setup does eventually go valid. As you can see, it gives us a little steering icon. I've also gone for a set of C2 tyres, which is quite hard, meant to last the whole race. So yeah, we got there in the end, everything looks good, and we can now drive away. At this point, I still kind of thought we was going to restart the race, but it turns out that wasn't the case. So, you know, there's me saving a setup. No rush really, assuming there's going to be a restart, but we are going to join the action then and get things underway. So I'm here asking if we're going to restart.
And no, I'm saying because I'm leaving the pit right now.
Yeah, I'm asking now if we're going to restart because I'm leaving the pit right now.
Yeah, well, with the extra fuel, my setup became invalid, so I had to adjust.
And yeah, pretty much explaining to the guys why I was literally half a lap, if not 2/3 of a lap down at this point. So Jarno's leading. We started P2, or should have started P2. We're now down to last place. So we've got it all to do. So it's going to be a last question mark challenge in this race. 30 laps ahead of us. So let's have a bit of fun and let's see what happens. So as you can see, we've got a car on the right hand side. We're going to gain a place straight off the rip. Then heading on to the next lap, we've got a car off in the gravel here, so we're going to pick up another position and gain another place up to P18 now, I believe. And that's the beauty of this track, it really bites. If you make one mistake, you're in the gravel, there's no runoffs. So yeah, we pick up another position there, as that red car is a bit slow, this one as well. We're going to just pick him up into the final corner, so another 2 places for us. as those two behind keep battling. So
that sounds too personal,
job done, and we're now, I believe, around P16, P15. Okay, no, P14 on the left-hand side as it updates over the line. Next up, though, up towards the corkscrew, we're going to have a yellow flag, and I think someone is sideways. Oh my goodness me! It's a car in McLaren-inspired skin as we manage to just about avoid them and gain another place. And just in general, making good progress. You know, getting those places back straight away.
Christ. Yeah, but I had to change my whole setup until it was legal for me to go on track. It took me half a lap.
Again, I literally had to explain like a million times why I started at the back, and it's because my setup was invalid. So yeah, I think eventually they got the message, and as we make some more progress here, getting past a bit more traffic as we have a little look up the inside of this guy through there, but I wasn't quite fully confident of making the move. Heading into the final corner though, you'll see he actually completely outbreaks himself, and we're just going to go up the inside and make up the position. So
I'm looking at my
and that should be, I believe, P13 for us. And up next, we've got a car who is Mr. Benjamin Daly. I think he just overtook this guy right now, who was about to overtake ourselves. And ahead of him, it's Mr. Tiametmarduk, or Benjamin Daly. So it's time to throw down and have a bit of a scrap and see what we can do. In this video, you're going to see a good little battle with Ben and another one with Jarno Opmeer later on. So let's see how this first one goes. Heading up towards the corkscrew. Putting the pressure on Ben here. He knows I'm behind him. I'm trying to make him nervous and force him into errors. And you've got a bit of traffic here as well for good measure as we get squeezed. I'll try to go up the inside. No way through though, as we get to the gravel a little bit. But now to the final corner, we're going to really make sure we get that traction nailed down. We crank up the engine to maximum power modes. And look at this, in the slipstream of Ben Daly here. Down towards turn one. Are we going to go for the dive? Not quite. Ben goes defensive. We're going to have a little look around the outside, but no way past for now. And we have to hold position as we now headed here though. Watch this synchronization. Ben loses the back end, F11, and so do I. F11, and yeah, pretty much losing a bit of time there and a bit of ground to Ben as he was saying, how can I see behind? And I said to him, press F11 on the keyboard and you get the virtual mirror, and I think he enabled it, so now he'll be able to see how close I am behind him. So I'll just take it out there, mate. Towards the corkscrew then. Another yellow flag, so there's been another incident, so being careful. We've got a car backwards, two cars backwards as we get by. And again, giving the pressure on Ben. Going to see if I can go for a little move here. Maybe to the final corner, if I can get the line right through here. If we don't do, we both go off, but I managed to get the run to the outside. Ben gives me the squeeze. I've got the cut back though. This should be good. Here we go. Not for long, not for long. Yes.
Top speed.
Side by side down towards the first corner. Ben's going to try and have a look, but we managed to just run a bit too hot on the brakes, and that's going to let Ben back through, and I wasn't quite able to make the move. So yeah, as you can hear Ben say, he holds on, and yeah,
trying to press push to talk while doing this is so difficult.
Yeah, pretty much. I was pressing push to talk whenever I was talking in this race to not, you know, annoy people, because I was streaming at the time, and I didn't want to be constantly, you know, talking for them. So you can see here Ben's going for a move on this guy into the fast left. It's a risky one. We get completely blocked off.
Oh my god.
Got no momentum, and yeah, Ben completely setting me up there for a trap, which luckily I managed to avoid as we have another car backwards.
I'm trying to get a video out of this
corkscrew, and you hear me say trying to get a video out of this, but this battle was actually quite good fun. I really enjoyed it, and it was in a different game to F1, but again, just hitting that sausage curb through there onto the gravel, not ideal. And then final corner, we've got another yellow flag here. We've got a car sideways, and he corrects himself. Oh my god, we have to go to the right to avoid contact, but all of this carnage is just allowing Ben to stay ahead, which is not what I had in mind, as now we get a great run here.
No, he's the one behind coming up next.
Let's go! Up towards the corkscrew, side by side with Ben. We're going to go to the outside, but I just completely outbraked myself, and Ben actually went for a spin, so neither of us made it through that corner in one piece. I actually let Ben back through, as it was a bit of an illegal overtake. So the battle continues, and that's what I was doing this race for. You know, it wasn't about winning or pace. I just wanted to have some good fun and get a video out of it. But then at the final corner, oh no!
Let's go.
No! Complete just has been out the final corner, lost the back end. I tried to rejoin into the track, but there's a bit of traffic here, so have to be patient. But yeah, we got back on it then. We're going to have to make a few more overtakes. So first off, it's going to be this guy here in the yellow car. We're going to just go to the outside, down towards turn 1, slow car on the left as well. I think that just distracted him from braking late, so we managed to make a nice little double move. Up next, we've got another car here. Up ahead, we're going to try and set him up if we can get the run onto the gravel slightly. Now heading through the fast right, bit of dirty air, but we get the momentum. In the slipstream we go to the outside, and one of the better moves of the race as we go the long way around through here and pull off an absolute beauty. So another place gained as we keep going in this race. And we just go off the track here and end up spinning.
Oh my god, I'm terrible.
Which was really, really painful. And this actually kicked off a sequence of mistakes, let's say, at this point. So I actually driven a pretty decent race, but after that spin, it kicked off a pretty bad sequence of me just making constant errors. And this is where Assetto Corsa is quite punishing. You know, if you make one mistake, the cars are pretty unsavable in that respect. As you can see at the final corner, my rears are cooking, and I just completely spin it along with someone else who's backwards as well. So the carnage continues. Luckily, we've got damage off. Otherwise, you know, this race would have been absolute chaos. Through the left-hander again, I hit the inside sausage curve.
Oh my god, I'm driving like an actual twat.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up, to be fair. I think I said it best. But we keep going as we keep making those mistakes. We're currently P10, so in amongst all the chaos and everything that's happened on the left-hand side, we are still P10 in this race. So we are going to see if we can make some progress. We've got Ben Daly in P5.
Serve a mod track.
So we're going to go after him. We've got a couple of cars having issues as I make a bit of an error myself through the final corner there. But slowly but surely, again, like in the first part of the race, I started to gain those places back and make that progress. As you can see, another car backwards here, out of the corkscrew, and I actually end up hitting him again. He kind of like respun into me, and then I was coming through, so with that momentum, he spun again. So, yeah, unfortunate one for that guy. Another car here, backwards, as we head into the fast left, just trying to push on the limit there of the grip. And we now are cut on to a few laps later.
We meet again, Ben.
Back towards Ben Daly, so we've managed to catch back up to Ben. And the battle is going to continue. The difference is this time I got such a good exit out of the corkscrew. We are going to just send it up the inside to here and get it done straight away. And the battle is going to pretty much end there. As we head to the final corner, we've got a 2-car roadblock. I'm going to try and go through the middle here, but we get tagged and I'm going to end up spinning.
What's going on? Come on!
And yeah, it was so frustrating because I just wanted to have a battle with somebody, but there was various factors that just stopped it.
Just let me overtake Ben in peace. God,
there was various factors that stopped it from happening, and this right here was
the
crowning moment. You can see this guy ahead of me. He's going to completely just drive off to take Ben out, which is a real shame. And
they just T-bone him now.
A public service announcement: if you guys ever race in these lobbies with us, don't ever do stuff like this because it just ruins it for everybody. But in the process of all of this carnage, right behind us, blue flag, Jarno Opmeer, the race leader, has called up to me. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's going to be a nice little battle here between myself and Jarno. I have got blue flags, but I'm going to race him anyway, just to get a video out of this. So as you can see, Jarno's putting the pressure on as we up on the limit now. We have to drive perfectly to not let him get by and get a lap down. We actually get a bit out of shape through the corkscrew. Jarno goes to the outside, but I managed to hold him off. He goes for the cutback again, but then I've got the advantage of the camber through that corner. Into the final corner, Jarno manages to get to the inside. I leave a bit of room. We're going to try and get the momentum on the exit, and we actually end up getting the better traction as we keep the battle going. Now down towards turn 1, Jarno in the slipstream. We're going to go defensive here. Can we hold on once again on the brakes side by side with the F1 Esports World Champion, and we just edge him out again and keep our position for now. So a good scrap, you know, clean fair racing, leaving just enough room at those crucial moments. We managed to stay ahead, and we can now give Jarno a bit of dirty air through the mid part of the lap. So far we're not lapped, and we're going to hope to keep it that way as we keep pushing here right on the limit, using all of the track available to us. But now into the corkscrew again, similar to with the Ben battle, we've got traffic, and it's going to really throw a spanner in the works. You can see this car ahead of me really costing me time. That allows Jarno to go to the inside, but we go back around the outside here to stay ahead, which is insane. Then there's more traffic as we squeeze through the gap, and then into the final corner we manage to still stay ahead, but then someone takes out Jarno, and I think it was the exact same person that took Ben out, which is...
I was really enjoying that as well.
A real shame, because I was enjoying that battle. And again, I'm going to say it again, people, that join these lobbies, and guys, if you're watching this, please don't take people out. It ruins the fun, and it's a real shame, and no one likes to see that. So, if you want to be funny or drive like an idiot, then just go to F1 and do some open lobbies or something. But don't ruin people who are trying to have a decent little race. But yeah, that aside, after all the carnage, we ended up staying on the lead lap, and we're back to kind of overtaking slower cars and traffic here. I actually make a small error, just spin that guy out there. I had a lot more momentum, and he was really slow for the final corner. I couldn't even slow down enough for him, and I ended up taking him out. But anyway, next lap, got a car backwards here at the corkscrew again, and we're going to make more progress. And we're P4, and this is where we was meant to finish the race, but someone called Ethan Dean, who's in P2, he actually ran out of fuel. And unbeknownst to me, I didn't even realise at the time, I thought I finished P4. But we ended up finishing on the podium. As you see here, I'm putting some pressure on this guy. We both ended up missing the corkscrew completely, as he kind of outbroke himself and it swallowed me in. But eventually, the last lap of the race, we'll see in a minute now. Jarno's going to win. We're going to finish 1.5 laps down, because Jarno lapped me earlier with all the spins and incidents that I had. And here we are. And then through the final corner, I was pushing on this last lap to try and get a personal best out of it. And you can see we're P3 right now. So Ethan Dean, I believe, did run out of fuel. And across the line we go. And it's going to be a 1:07, which is actually half a second off the qualifying time. And a podium for us. So not too bad, considering we started from P20 after all the carnage. But anyway, guys, that was it for a fun little community race, something different on the channel here today. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll try and organise some more. But like, subscribe, check out the videos on screen, and also a big shout out and thank you to the members of the channel as always. But guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.